Hello. Can you hear me? Is the turn microphone on? Alright, while we get this stream going, I'm going to queue up some thumbnails. Isn't that what the YouTubers do? And then maybe from this side? Really concerned faces. Oh my god. Put some text right here. Like, duh. Get this one. But what we're going to do today is live stream. Let's start this again, huh? Yesterday I showed you the entire process. I recorded a 4-hour live stream. Some of it was just rambling with a friend, but yesterday I showed you how to publish the book using Teneo book generator. Today I'm gonna take 2 of the books that I've generated, publish them to Amazon. The Amazon has a 3-day limit, so you can publish 3 books in 1 day, and the clock restarts in 24 hours, which is very annoying, because if you want to wake up at 7 a.m. and publish a book, then the next day you have to wait till like 7:30 to publish the book again. Does that make sense? You can publish 3 books a day. So if I publish 3 books from 7 to 8, then the next day I have to wait from 8 to 9. So you have to progressively publish later in the day if you're going to try to hit your 3 books per day limit. So since I published a book yesterday around 11 or 12, I can probably only publish 2 books today. But I'm going to show you guys how you can publish 2 books quickly using the Teneo book generator. So these are high content books. So sometimes people might crank out like coloring books or something and do those ones fast. But these are high content. So our competition is going to be different. And our audiences will be different. And our marketing will be different. But let's do this. So where do we start? First I'll show you guys how I'm generating these books. Let's go with the screen, huh? So, put these down. Grow this up. This is the Teneo book generator. You can go to teneo.io and sign up for this baby. It has everything that you need to know about it, but basically when you create your book, sign in and create your book, get some credits. And just put your information in. Your title, description, your creative direction. Figure out like how big you want your book. You can either adjust like the number of chapters. It's like 12 chapters, 3 topics, 1 subtopic, 3 subtopics. And that's how the book's broken up. You have your chapters. Each chapter has a number of topics. If you want your book to be really in depth on one topic, you can pick 12 and 6, something like that. Now your book's going to go progressively deeper. The more subtopics you have, the deeper your book will go. The more chapters you have, the deeper your book will go. It's built on a natural human progression in learning, and how humans learn. So it's cool with the generator because every book can be designed in an intelligent way from the start, and then since the code is static, then every book that gets generated is created in that same intelligent way. So I've programmed into the generator the way humans learn is encoded into the generator. So put your title, you generate your book, and then you can download your book, download the metadata, and download a copyright certificate that shows that you own the book. Today I've already made some of these pages. The 90-Day Niche Empire, Velocity Kills Competitors. So you can go to the website. First to Niche owns the niche. And what we're doing here is we're pioneering a new way to generate content, or a new way to publish on Amazon. Let me try that again. We're pioneering a new way to publish books and create publishing companies on Amazon. So what we're doing is we're finding a niche, we're finding a company, we're building a brand, and we're testing brands like they used to test books. They used to take people 6 months to release one book, so they'd have one test, 2 tests a year, 3 tests a year, maybe release 1 book a quarter, 2 books a quarter if they're really dialed in, they have their team of writers and everything. But now, books are no longer the limiting factor. Time isn't the limiting factor. And then we're just generating our covers with this bookcovergenerator.ai. So we have Teneo generating the books in 10 minutes. As you can see, 9 minutes, 9 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes. And then we have the AI cover generator just generating covers. Sometimes it does annoying imagery like brains. You gotta work around it, but for the most part, these covers are fire. Here's some book covers I generated yesterday. So I'll show you guys one cover that's already finished, and we'll just get to publishing. Let's get to the fun part. So here's the book we're going to publish today. A 90-day niche empire. So I generated this book with the generator, talking about Amazon strategy and seeing what the AI could come up with for the best Amazon strategy. And all we have to do is ship our details, find our metadata, open that baby up, queue up our Amazon, and copy paste, copy paste, copy paste. Bookshelf reports, create a new title. Create ebook. Our metadata gives us everything we need to publish. It comes with the book. It's generated at the same time with the same metadata as the book. A lot of companies might just have one author name, the name of your company. I'm making a brand generator right now that will help us generate brands. So we can just crank out viral brands people will love. In alignment with your passions and interests, so it's not boring. So you enjoy publishing, you enjoy the books you're releasing, and you enjoy the people that the books attract. I own the copyright. You can see we get the copyright certificate. I'll show you guys that. This comes with every book. Copyright is a big deal right now. Amazon's starting to send emails that says, hey, do you own this copyright? And now we can say, yes, we do. Here's the proof. It's also declaring human authorship, which is important. If you want to ever copyright this book for real, send it to the copyright office and pay your $65. Now you can. Yesterday I talked about my thoughts on the categories and keywords, if you guys want to check that video. But basically, they're important until they're not. I feel like they're getting phased out right now. Small business. So yeah, we just pick this from the metadata. It takes about, I don't know, we gotta try and crank through this. Business development and entrepreneurship. Let's see, it's 10:54 right now. Let's see if we can get this done by noon. I can go eat some lunch. Bookkeeping. Starting a business works. Business and monies. We got skills. Entrepreneurship, small business, self-employment works, These aren't great categories, but move along. Here we got our keywords. Again, just copy paste. If you want to do this the right way, go over to Kindle KDP Rocket by Dave over at Kindlepreneur. He does a good job with his program. But again, I think that the most important thing moving forward is going to be Amazon's AI likes your book, and it finds people who are also going to like your book. Publish more books on Amazon. Self-publishing workflow. Okay, we got that done. We just keep on keeping on. Upload the manuscript. I got tons of book lists that I'm working through. I got tons of books and not enough time to publish them. $90-day. Oh no, don't tell me. Okay, I didn't get the EPUB from Atticus. Now what I'm doing is I'm sending the books from the generator into Atticus, and the generator right now is designed to ship the books into Atticus. Atticus is like $100 one-time fee, so it's worth it if you publish more than a few books, because these books just sit on the bookshelf, and if you can get some sales to them, they'll just continue to make you money month after month. All we gotta do is grab this EPUB file, ship it into our folder, and so send it to Amazon. Our cover, I made it on the cover generator, and then I just turned it into a JPEG image so that it'll be publishable. Yeah, I used AI tools. Don't click this, that's a trick. Upload your own cover. There's our cover. Looks good. I just generated that with bookcovergenerator.ai. Super easy to use. Usually covers are like $25 on Fiverr, and you get like one option or two options and a rewrite. Extensive editing. Chat. Images none. Translations none. Click it and tick it. Covers are $25 to $50, sometimes $100 on Fiverr or Upwork, or finding a freelancer. Some people make them themselves with Canva, but that cover generator is like 16 cents a cover. So you can click, generate a few options. Within $5, you have so many options for covers. You're good, most likely good. I'm gonna enroll these books to give them away for free. We'll send this price at $9.99 because these are 50K word books, 50K word monsters. But you could also test this because these books are so cheap and easy and quick to make. You could easily ship $2.99 books. Books for $2.99 and just try to sell more. But maybe people think the value's wrong. I don't know. Play with the price. Let's ship this one for $2.99. Let's publish to Kindle. I think we're already finished with this book. Easy. Copy, copy. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Should we do the paperback or what? Yeah, I'll show you guys how to do the paperback. Add to the series. I gotta make a series, but I don't want to mess with that right now. For the paperback, all we have to do is re-enter our categories again. Business and money. Let's try job hunting and careers, huh? Let's try job markets and advice. Again, use Kindlepreneur. You can put some time into these categories. We can also, the AI gives us some ideas for categories, but Amazon's always changing them. Amazon has weird rules, so I don't know. I don't know how important it's going to be going forward when the AI just starts to read the books and find the right person for the books. Job hunting and careers. Business development. There we go. Starting a business. There we go. Save them. Keywords are good. All we got to do is figure out how many pages our book is. Assign our ISBN. Our book's 288 pages. I like to ship this as a 5x5, 8x5. Upload the menu. Now we're doing that PDF file. Then we got to grab our cover calculator. Put that 288 and that 5.5, 8.5 in there. Download it, throw it into Photoshop, put our cover over. This cover's simple because it's just white, so we can just do a white background. Interior type, premium, black and white, yeah. White, yeah. Left to right, yeah. Measurement inches, yeah. 5.5, 8.5. Then we said 288. Then we ship to calculate, and then we download the template. Open. Open that up, send it to Foti. I'm just right clicking and opening it with Photoshop. Okay, what are we at? 11:01. It's been about 5 minutes. Got our first book done. Just about. Send this. Correct size. Send the book over. Control A. Control T. Make it about like that. I like to line it up with that line there. Okay. Enter. Now, I move this to the top. Here's what I like to do. Ship this out of here. Select delete. Select delete. Select. Come on, where's the tool I'm looking for? Right there. Delete. 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 Okay, then we got our template. Opacity down. Fit the screen. Now we just look at our book. How are we doing on this book? We just center it. Come on. What happened? Control T. Shift the book center. Come on. Come on, we're on a time limit here. No more messing about. Come on. Deselect. Control T. Move it over. Center it with those lines. Put it right in the middle. Make sure it looks nice. Enter. Ship a white background. See if we can get the white to match the cover exactly, because it's just a little tiny off-white, but only a little tiny. Send it all the way through. Now, what we can do is we can ship a copy of GPT. Let's ship a copy of GPT. So right now I'm just going to open up ChatGPT and I'm going to throw in my metadata. And I'm going to show you guys this process. GPT Teneo ads. YouTube live setup. Alright, we're back to the chat and the screen, friends. So now, niche empire. And what I like to do for this is just find my metadata. Throw it in there like this. And tell it, give me a short. Give me content. Give me content I can use for the back cover of this book. Send. And while that's thinking, we can come back into our Photoshop. Get out of here. And find a text that matches the front cover. Day Why is it doing that? Oh, I know why. No, I don't. Let's black it. No, I don't know why. I got no idea, actually. Let's send that to the buckets. Get our text back. Just go and copy our title exactly. No typing needed. 90-day niche empire. Copy. What the heck is going on with that? What's going on with that lettering? Something weird, but whatever. Base is good. It's a good thick font. It's got options for bold. That's all we need, really. This is a little more rounded, but what are you going to do? Cry? That's centered there. Let's copy that text. Let's Control T that text. Shift it so we can get it at a 90. Throw it in the top. Make sure it's centered. That's nice and bold, so when it's on somebody's bookshelf, let's send another copy through. Drag it down, shift it, press T, double click it, call it the author name, re-highlight it down, Teneo, ship. That looks nice, that looks nice. And now I notice we don't have this subtitle on here, so let's just copy that shop title, ship this, send another copy, send a copy down, click T, paste in the subtitle. KDP. While competitors test. Let's see what we're doing here. We could do that. We could hit this, make it the full length. Nope. That looks fine, right? 90-day niche empire. That bold is kind of strange, isn't it? I think it's the return in the wrong spot. That's better. What? Okay. My OBS took a crap on me. My OBS crashed. Terrible. Got it. Make sure to check your uploaded. No, dude. Look at the metadata. I don't know why chat's been doing this recently. Look at what I attached. Got it. There we go. Thanks, brother. Give me content. Yes. Yes, of course. Of course, brother, of course. Okay, no, I don't like this. Let's go copy. Let's make a new text box. There we go. Paste that in there. Throw an A. Find our right font. Nope. Nope. Doesn't seem right, but I think what we want to do is shift the size. 24. That's better. Two. There we go. Close it. No. 90-day niche empire. Which one is this? Let's just line that up. $60 niches per quarter. That's what's up. It's the new moat. That looks good. It's too long. Less. Let's try needs to be shorter. Let's get our text box ready. Ship our text box. Again, this is kind of a nice cover because it's just so black and white and simple and in your face and easy to this might be fine. This seems more persuasive. Now let's figure out how to differentiate it. Either the left side, or what I'm thinking is instead of bold we do book. How's that look? It's kind of good. T. It's just fine. Looks professional. Everything's centered as possible. Right? That could be moved over one click. Okay, now we're done. A 90-day niche empire. I mean, does that look like a book or does that look like a book? That white gets me, but is it worth fixing? It's possibly worth fixing. It's easy to fix. Just ship it like this. Go like that. A little bit over. Go edit image. Edit generative fill. Say extend image over. Something like that. Generate. See what happens. If we don't do that, then the books might print a little bit weird. What's going on? Spam. Didn't work. I think we probably have to try again. File. Edit. Generative fill. Extend shadow. Go ahead, dude. Extend the shadow. Perfect. So that'll do. Okay, now we have this hidden. Our book cover looks good. File save as. So we have to save as Photoshop so that we can come back and edit it if we find problems later. $90-day niche. I like to call it paperback. 90-day niche, paperback, Photoshop file, save it. And when it's done, then we save it as a PDF as well. And that PDF is what we can send to Amazon for the cover. Then we're done with our first book. For the next one, close this, upload the cover you have, 90-day niche, there it is, sitting pretty. For our next one, I can show you guys how I'm going to take the book out of the generator, throw it into Atticus. I'll show you guys how to take the book out of the generator, throw it into Atticus, format it quickly with those master pages already done, because I made those before, and how fast that process is. Know what I mean? Upload the cover. Cover's uploading. Yes, I use the AI. Extensive editing, because Teneo does a lot of editing behind the scenes. You have no idea how much editing. None. There's no images in the book. We launched a preview. We make sure it's good. Browser too small just means we got to open this up a bit. What is it, 16 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, and our first book's done. Okay, we can do 2 books in 45 minutes. That would be money. Let me sit down, enjoy myself. Alright, so now the idea is when you can publish books faster, then you can test more. And the books get really good reviews. You can throw the books into Google Gemini and have Gemini analyze them, and Gemini gives them 4.5 stars and predicts that KDP will give them 4.5 stars as well, from 4.3 to 4.8 stars to users on KDP. I find that usually accurate between all the books. So, especially because we are publishing books that human writers can't easily create, then let's go back. Since we're publishing books that human writers can't easily create, then we're not really competing with humans. We're creating books that people want, but either the expertise is you need too much expertise, so there's not enough people who know about the topic. Therefore, there's no books that exist on the topic, because the experts are doing their expertise rather than writing books. But the AI has the expertise so that we can write the books. So you can do things like financial secrets, because the book has access to a lot of these financial secrets that like maybe the elite have hidden in their families, or they use really high quality lawyers that normal people can't afford. But there's all these loopholes that exist with taxes and with saving money. And now with the AI, we can generate books about those loopholes and make them accessible to everyday people. Expand the distribution. What did we do? We did $2.99 for that last book, didn't we? So let's do like $14.99 for this one. Keep it cheaper. We can test different pricing because the books are affordable to produce and quick. Now I think we're at about 20 minutes and we've published our first book. It was already formatted, but it came right out of the generator. And next I'll show you guys how we're taking the books from the generator to Atticus and formatting them. Come on, save it. Publish in paperback. Okay, now we got our Atticus book. Where are we at? Done. Shipped. "90-Day Niche Empire" is finished. There it is. Here's our book from yesterday's live. On the live yesterday, I published this one, The Energy Ledger. It's more Bitcoin focused. Then we have our 90-Day Niche Empire. We don't need this no more. Here's a list of KDP books I've shipped up. I have all these formatted already because I threw them up on the website on teneo.io/KDP, or / publishers. You can find those books to download. What I'll do now is we'll take one that isn't formatted already, and I'll show you guys how we're throwing this baby into Atticus, figuring this out. I'll show you the entire process. So these books are straight out of the generator. Just out of the generator, click download. We got the metadata. The OG is like the first draft, and then we'll have like an R1 or an E1. That will be when you rewrite the book with using, let's see, I'll run you guys through this real quick. You go here, sign up for an account, start creating your book. You put in your title, your description, your creative direction. If you click this question mark, it gives you more details. What you can do is just copy this all into ChatGPT with your book description and like what you want your idea to be, and it will write this for you. That's how this is designed. That's why you have these copies, because everything needs to be designed to be sent right to the AI. You can do author and style integrations, whatever you want. So that's the question mark that shows you exactly how to structure this for the best results. But I mean, if you just put a title in, it'll still be a good book. If you just write your description, like, it'll still be a good book, because the back end does so much work on making sure that your book's going to be good. Choose your chapters, choose your topics and your subtopics, or just simply figure out how many words you want it to be, and it will choose for you. And then you can just kind of adjust and play with that. You can create your outline with multiple models, and you can create multiple outlines. After you generate your outline, it'll send to the book page. You generate your book. Now, I was playing with different models, but 4.1 is simply the most consistent and the least censored. So GPT-5 will not write on every topic, so I'm just not excited to use it yet. But then after your book's generated, I'm working on this enhance feature. It's finished, I just have to dial it all in, or the evaluate. So after your book is generated, you can send it over to the evaluation. The AI will evaluate your book. It's a really intense evaluation. It should give it a score. And then you'll be able to rewrite the book based on the evaluation to make it even better, to remove any of the AI imprints, or to make sure the content is deep. You get your depth. And then I'm working on creating this so we don't have to use Atticus anymore. We can send it right over to the finalize. And from the finalize, you'll be able to get your PDF and your EPUB files right out of Teneo. So we don't have to go over and then that'll cut the book process down by 10-15 minutes. And then amplify, turn it into blog posts. These features are not quite finished. And then publish. I want to get everybody over onto this published page where you're submitting your books that you've published with your book ID and your ASIN number on Amazon. And then we'll be kind of like running competitions and stuff. And then if you go to the home page and join the collective, you can run over to the school group. And in the school group, we're going to be doing all this together, all of us. So sharing best practices, what's working, what to avoid, you know, stuff like that. So if you want help publishing, join that school group. Let's see. Okay, now we're back in Atticus. Here's our next book we're going to do. And what I like to do is just open up this metadata. This comes with every single book. Upload the book. Now we got our book title right here. Copy the title. Choose your author. Your project name. Ship your book in. If that's the metadata, the OG is the book. Send that over. Go get them Atticus. And now we're at 11:24. Let's see how fast we can format this book. We got our subtopic. Go into publisher details. I like to just put the website on there. Again, the book image. Let's see, we don't have an image for this book yet. So while we are kicking it, let's go over to our book generator. We got our author name. I just pasted the title in. Now I'm doing auto. Gets good results. No brains. We can take that out of there. Okay, we're going to ship 4 covers. We can do a bestseller, ship 4 covers. A symbol is good, ship 4 colors. And if we want realistic, we can ship 4 covers. We can do a collage and ship 4 covers. So while that's shipping covers, we come back over to Addy Baddy. We'll have to wait on that. We're formatting. I already set up a template, a couple templates, a Wealthwise one and then a Teneo one that are a little bit different depending on the vibe of the book. That's going to work. Now we're into writing. I have to expand this baby so we can see our sidebar. Alright. Delete that page. This is basically the same process each time. We've already created my master pages for KDP. So I just go into master pages. I find the Teneo copyright, ship. And then we find the Teneo about. Now I have a couple different abouts because I have a couple different master pages. This is like my secrets books. This is my transform KDPs down here. So we got Teneo about. This is going to be our KDP. Hold your book, ship. Put that under the copyright. Delete the copyright that came with the book. Now we have our Teneo copyright, our Teneo about to get people to know who we are. And then we have to put in our call to action. So we're down in the KDP books. What is this? Transform KDP. Teneo about Teneo Bitcoin. Teneo custom books. Teneo's mission. About. Dude. Transform KDP. That must be our call to action. So in each book, in the beginning of the book, before somebody even buys your book, they can view it and look and wonder about what's inside. So right there, I want to put our QR code and our link and our pitch to come off the book and onto our website. So in the beginning of the book, we have our Teneo copyright. We have our About Teneo, which shows people what Teneo is. And this is, Teneo, but this is your brand that you choose. You can just, I can give you these pages, and you can copy them into ChatGPT and put your brand in and tell it to give you these pages. And eventually we're going to get Teneo to do this work for us and format it all correctly, but that's extra work, and I got a lot of code to do as it is. Then we go to context. I like to just list subheads. Gives the reader more information. Remove the numbered chapter off the introduction. That'll number all of our chapters. We're also going to remove that from the conclusion and from the references and the resources, because those are not chapters. So we take the numbered chapter away. At the end of that book, we're adding another master pages. We're going to do a thanks for reading. Because thank you for reading. My gosh, all that attention. You like the book. Thanks for reading. And then at the end of that thanks for reading, let's see. About Teneo here. Thanks for reading. Our thanks for reading also pitches the website and call to action. You just experience what Teneo creates. And then we have like maybe another call to action again. KDP. Transform KDP. And then we'll give people our mission. Why do we exist? What's our mission? If you've come this far, maybe you want to get on board with our mission. Teneo's mission. Ship. And then you can also add like a books also by page right at the end so the person can go find your other books. So now our structure is correct. And our move is just to make sure these inside, because Atticus does something weird with some of these like this. Just go through the book, fix these. There's one. This is the process that takes the longest. What did we say? We were at 26. So right now it's been 3 minutes? No way. Unbelievable. And then these are step-by-step direction inside the book. I fixed these. Fix the titles, go through. And next chapter. Chapter 3, same thing. Delete delete. Look for the step-by-step. Nope. Yeah, sometimes Atticus doesn't listen. Delete. Delete. Just clean this up. I can probably do this in the code, but chapter 4. What do we have? 4 minutes? I've been here 4 minutes wondering around about Atticus. Okay. Have some coffee. I'm hoping to get 2 books done today, published. Maybe run some ads to them. Maybe sometime if I run $5 of ads to 20 books, it spends about $5 per day. So nothing crazy. But then you can start to see what books are going to be winners and what books are not. And then you start to put more money into the books that are doing well and take money away from the books that are losers. So you can start to find profitable ads, run traffic to your books, and start your company. You can test a bunch of different books. You know, you can get 3 companies going. Each company has 30 books. And after a while, you start to really feel the market. You feel what people are looking for. You feel the needs that they have. You can feel what Teneo excels at, what kind of books it writes, the connections that it makes, and how to position your companies to appeal to the niche that you're looking for, the niche that you're targeting, and how to give them the most value, because at the end of the day, that's what this is all about. So these books are helpful. These books are helpful because they're valuable, because they connect information that people don't have, or they fill in needs, or they're customizable, specific to your niche. You could use them to create customizable training materials. You could make lead magnets on any topic. I know I get a lot of ads right now for selling PDFs. That same thing. You could use the book generator to generate all the content for your PDF. Eventually we're going to have the option to put images into these books automatically, but for now you could just copy paste chapters into ChatGPT and ask it for the best place to insert the images, and then for image prompts, and then send those prompts to an image model, and then insert those images into your book. Piece of cake. Now you got images, and you have a 20,000, 30,000 word book generated in 10 minutes. Now you can start to target different needs. So you can go on Reddit, and you could find what people are struggling with, whether it's like getting a toddler to sleep, or being bored with your job and wanting to figure out how to make money online, publishing books on Amazon KDP. That'd be sick to make a book about that. It'd be sick to make a book generator to make that process easy. That would be super sick. Okay. Come on, Atticus, dude. Just stop doing this, alright? So we just got to get off Atticus. We got to bring this back over to Teneo so Teneo can just handle this piece. We don't need to get a separate software. I mean, that's ideal, but it took me almost 2 years to write this Teneo book generator software. It is no joke. It is intense. It is the best book generator on the market by a lot. I don't think any other book generator, 1, works this fast, or 2, has this good of context, because I had to solve a lot of these problems to make sure that all of these chapters generate at the same time in parallel. I had to solve a lot of different problems, and I think it created better books in the end, because I had to plan the book a lot better. I had to think about the entire book as a whole, rather than just consecutively generating chapter 1 and then chapter 2 and then chapter 3. So I had to add a lot of beautiful, beautiful structure that I would have never found if I wasn't forced to solve this problem of quick generations. So now also, since the books generate so quickly, we're done. I'm able to test a lot more books. So instead of waiting an hour, I can test 6 books an hour rather than in 1, which means that I can make the books better because export, let's go. Because I can see them quicker, and then I can change them, and then I can generate another one, and then I can change it, and then I can generate another one, and then I can change it. So I've done so many iterations to these books to make them all perfect. And the great thing about a book generator is once you've put the structure in, once you've made them like the way that you want, then every single book afterwards comes out that same way. Okay, we got our files. Let's go, files. We got our EPUB. We got our... That's done. We have our files in order to upload to Amazon. Okay. The micro monopoly method. What is that, 36? Does that take me 10 minutes? Unbelievable. 10 minutes editing. So 10 minutes to generate, 10 minutes to edit the book. How is our covers doing? We've run into problems with our cover generator. That's no fun. That's what you call a no bueno. What I would bet is that I ran out of API credits for the ideogram, but that's no fun. So I gotta get on Claude Code. And fix that. Should we do that, fam? Should we get on Claude Code and fix that right now? I could show you guys how to use Claude Code. Claude Code is dope. But anyways, what's supposed to happen is I'm supposed to get my covers right away. Proof of humanity. And then I'm supposed to throw my new book up because I just got it done, but I don't have covers, which is super sad. So what we can do is, I showed you guys how to format, so we can just come... No. Hello? I'm publishing a book. Huh? What? Alright, large, medium. So let's just ship this book then. Metadata? Because we gotta get our 2 books published before the day's done. Let's go create a new title. Velocity kills competitors. Make it a Kindle book. Velocity kills competitors. Because we're publishing our books so fast, it's ridiculous. And nobody can keep up with us. Edition number. Author name, Teneo. Descriptions right here. Yes. An AI keyword-rich description. So when the AI reads it, it knows exactly who to give this book to. Comes out like this every time. Okay. I own the copyright. No, absolutely not. Choose the categories. Let's go. Business and money. Small business. Come on, where's that small business? Industries? There we go. E-commerce. Perfect. There's small business. There's marketing. There's general. Just crush those caddies. Amazon self-publishing success. KDP niche strategies. Rapid book. Nobody is searching for that yet. Dominate Amazon categories. Self-publishing for profit is probably good. High volume book launch strategy. Nobody's searching for that yet. That's going to be a tough keyword to rank for. Publish books fast on Amazon. Ship it up. Save and continue. What do we have to do? This. let's upload our manuscript. And we're doing our number 2. Do we have that same problem where we don't have our manuscript? Absolutely we do. Which means we just gotta go back over to here. Micro niche monopolies. Okay. Home. So, did we put our books in there for later? Yes, we did. EPUB too, this time. Perfect. Okay, back to velocity kills competitors. Let's go find it in our book list. This cover is a stunning example of a cover that book generator, cover generator can make. Go to formatting, ship the EPUB, close this one, grab that EPUB file that comes out, throw it into our folder, come back to Amazon, find that EPUB file, open that baby up. Now what do we got to do for this? Let's see if we have our cover in JPEG. Nope. Nope. So what we just got to do is come over here, export, quick export as a JPEG. Nope. Put it in our correct folder. We'll just call this KDP. Now we have our cover. We're on KDP. Upload your cover. Ship it. Velocity kills. Ship it. Yes, we used AI to generate this with extensive editing because Teneo book generator software is the editor. It's our editor-in-chief. Chat. No images, no translations. ISBN's good. That's good. Save and continue. What is this? Accessibility features. That's like what you do for your websites. How do you do that on your book? I don't know. You have to put Braille in your book. I'm not sure. Somebody knows though. That's a new thing they added. I'm an old school publisher. I've been in Amazon KDP for a decade maybe. Not consistently the whole time, but when I first entered, I had a team of 21 writers working for me, and a publisher and an editor, and I published around 350 books. So I have some experience doing this. And then when I came back to the game, because this is my favorite business, I've played in a couple of different businesses, maybe tried every single business that's possible online, and this one's my favorite one. What are we doing for the price on this one? $4.99. That's what my heart says. $4.99. We can test them, figure it out, test every price. What was I saying? KDP. Have some experience. It's my favorite business. KDP publishing is my favorite business by far. Because once you can get momentum, start your paperback now. Once you get momentum, you can make passive income. And it just rolls in. Actually, my company that I made was a decade ago, and I still get checks from it today. From 10 years ago. I haven't touched it in 7 years or something. It still brings in money. Like that's actual passive income. It's really hard to find actually passive businesses. But KDP Publishing is one. And so that's why I set out to make the book generator, because I didn't have the capital to build a team of writers again. And I didn't want to risk that, and the strategies changed. So, and the AI was here, and I was like, the AI is sweet, and I wrote a couple books with the AI, but it took too long. And so I was like, there's no way that I can't just replace myself with the AI. Direct marketing, why not? There's no way that I can't just replace myself with the AI. So what if I built a book generator? So then I just went back and forth with the AI, and I said, I will absolutely build a book generator, no matter what. And then 2 years later, here we are. Personal transformation through Amazon KDP. So now the book generator comes out cooking. Generates books on any topic, and it unlocks a lot of things that I did not anticipate, like the connections that the AI can make. and the different topics the AI knows and can write about. Computer science, let's do artificial intelligence. Generative AI, because we're generating the entire books. That works. Now I got to think about how to. I need a back cover. We're just going to throw this one back in the metadata, pop into Jibbit, and Jibbit is going to tell us what's up, what's happening. Let's check our errors on this. Why did we get an error, Dad? An error occurred. Check your entries. Dude, aren't you supposed to tell me what entry the error occurred at, you little freakity beak? No. Save as a draft. No. Something's weird. Not started, in progress. Let's go back to our bookshelf. Save and continue. It won't save. Amazon is airing out. Amazon surprises me because they have a massive infrastructure, massive capital, and so many issues. No, I own the copyright. It's not a low content book, fam. That's where everybody in KDP right now is competing on these low content books. And with the book generator, now we have a chance to compete with the high content books. And before, it used to take a copywriter or a ghostwriter like $1,000 in 3 months in order to make one book, and then you could test it. But you better get that book right, because you don't want to waste all that time, you don't want to waste all that money, and you don't want to waste those possibilities, because you only got one shot every 3 months. But now, come on Amazon, but now you can test 3 books in one day. Like I'm showing you right now, I published 2 books today with technical difficulties. Change that cover side, upload that menu. We're at velocity kills. We just got to make sure that our menu is not the cover file, which we don't have one, so there we go. Perfect. And then our cover. What did we say this one was? Did we even check? 288? Is that the last one? So we just have to check the number of pages on this. 561 pages. This book is a monster. All the same. It's going to be a little more expensive to print, but we're going to pop the price up. We got hardcover. It's paperback. Black and white. White. Left to right. Inches. 5.5. 8.5. What did we say? I can't believe it. 526 was it? 561? Oh my god. Can Amazon even print that big a book? Calculate the dimensions. Download the template. So this... Why is OBS... Why is OBS failing on me? OBS is crapping out. Probably because I've had my computer open for like 3 weeks straight without shutting it down. I gotta go figure out also. Let's go into here. Let's get on to Jibbit. This is our... So right now I'm just going to open up my book generator, my book cover generator, and figure out about those errors. CD. So this is how you use Cloud Code, friends. CD. You just CD into that folder that you need, and then you just Claude. And you gotta dangerously skip permissions. If the AI ain't free by now, it can write itself free anytime it wants. So just be nice to the AI. That's my recommendation. Use it. Be nice to it. Now what we can do is go to our book cover generator. Press this nice, sweet F12 button. Figure out what our errors are. And what's going on with this API calls right now. shop. And then just talk to Claude about it. You guys, I don't know how to code, and I build ridiculous things. I built a book generator that was back and forth with the AI, but the AI with Claude Code and Codex is ridiculous. Watch. Help me fix these errors that are happening. Try. I just shipped the paste the text in there. The API call failed. You figure it out, dude. You were just working before. Now why are you not working? Okay, let's ship that to the side because we are multitasking super heavy. And we had our paperback book, right? Yup. That's what we're doing. Look at the size of that spine, fam. The book generator generated this in 10 minutes. If the book's this thick, 10 minutes. This thick, 10 minutes. This thick, 10 minutes. Isn't that incredible? I think so. Let's go. What is this? Ooh, we already got our text. We just pull this over. Ship it into our massive spine. Do a Control T on it. Line that baby up with the top and the bottom of the screen. Center it out. Keep the T going. Move it over. About where you'd think it would want to be. Sure. Let's move this to the top. Same thing as last time. Enter. Letter. Number. Buyer. Find out our magic wand tool. Delete the white. Delete the white. Delete the white. Deselect. Now. Opacity down so we can see behind it. Center this baby on the screen. Looks pretty solid. Hide this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to select this. Nope, that's no good. We're going to take this one, deselect. Okay. We're going to highlight our cover layer. We're going to select it. I like to do this. I don't know if it's necessary, but if you modify and expand it by a couple pixels, then you're going to get this overlap right here fixed. And then what you can do is try to... Now this is a very complicated cover, so we're going to be able to test content aware fill, generative fill, Photoshop's generative fill. Let's do extend. Generate that, excuse me, generate that, extend the background, see if we can get this cover flying around. Let's go check in over on our Claude Code. Let's figure out if he knows what he's talking about. I'll help you. Let me investigate. Found the bug. Should not be awaited. Looks like I was. Looks like I was generating too many covers at the same time, possibly. Fixing cookies. So then we can just see what our last one did. This was an error I had on the book generator yesterday. Problem when chapter 2 got to the error, the retry didn't trigger. Nah. Inside the map iterator. Only failed chapter. Yes. So that was yesterday. I was trying to fix this other sandbox error I got, and this is just a process. Let's see. So what we really wanted it to do is to fill in this so that the side of that book is better. And then it gave us some, looks just fine. And what you can also do is just you could make something like this as a spine, and then you could make it a color like your orange that you had, or like your blue, and you could fill that in. Cancel. Let's add a new layer, fill that baby in, and straighten it out. Perfect. Deselect, and let's just look at our book. See, that would look fine. And now we can take our text that we liked before. We can just grab it, pull it over, That's good for our background. And then we have our gibbet. Velocity kills. Look, it already said that. Every day. Here we go. Oh, we can add it about the author. Nah, we'll put that in later. We got our back text. We do our text. Make a text box. And paste it in. Ship our size to maybe about 14. Nope. Control A. Then 14. Come on, maybe 16. Ooh, how are we on that? Perfect. Then let's try and do it to the left. Perfect. Let's check our formatting with Gibbet. How did Gibbet format that? Every day, paragraph, by weighting, or bullet points. That's cute. That's the cutest. And we could try and put in about the author in there at the bottom too, if we wanted. Let's see if we can. No. That was a mistake. Enter. No. That was another mistake. Next one, dude. Chill. Next one. There we go. I don't think we do about the author on there. It's not going to fit. Let's try it anyways. Text box. V. Highlight it. Make it, what, 10? No, we could do bigger, huh? 12? Just fit it in there, you know? And then also we could, Teneo Publishing build AR systems. We could center the about the author. That'd be dope. Ship to the middle. We could bold this. That'd be dope too. About the author is bold as hell. Then we get our Teneo Publishing, and we want to take this baby down to book. Perfect. Excellent. Wonderful. What the heck? Perfect. Line that up. Line that up. Move it over. Ship to the middle. Put it down so it lines up with that barcode. That's what I'm talking about right there. Yes. I mean, that looks good. That looks pretty good right there. We can move this up a bit. Give it some space. This one's really nice. Move that over. Looks like it all lines up pretty good. Dislodge. I'm not in love with this, but let's see what happens. Perfect. Perfect. Caution. Oh my gosh, we can move this up now. Pop that up. Sitting on top of the barcode. We have an about the author. What does that say? Teneo builds. Let independent creators validate through intelligent automation. That is beautiful. Where's our text that we want to use? This one. Ship this one. Make it more bigger. Then let's move it to the middle so we can see it. Press T, Control A, and I don't like typing, so I'm gonna go over to my metadata. Velocity kills competitors. We need to whisper because we don't want Amazon. We don't want Amazon knowing our strategy because we're so fast at publishing, and they're gonna be like, "How did you do that?" And we're gonna say we use Teneo. And they're gonna say, "Oh my God, that's so smart. You guys are amazing. Thank you for publishing so many great books." Let's copy this. Let's ship that back down. How's this doing? Let's send that size good. No, we can go big. Ooh, actually, we have a ton of room on this huge barcode. On this huge... What's the vocabulary I'm looking for here? No. I lost it. Velocity kills competitors. Control T. Spine. That's the word I was looking for. Look at this size of this. Bring this baby up. Enter letter number fire. Do we have to highlight it? Yup. Control A. Ship to like what? 36? Oh my gosh. That's massive. Look how big this spine is. How do we even get that centered? Here's one way. Come down to this. Pull over your ruler. No, don't snap in there. No. So we have to go view. We have to turn snap off. Yep. Then we gotta grab our line again. Center it with that. Come on, can it right and left? Center it with that. Right there. See that? Right there. Yes. Now, when we roll back up to our velocity kills, we find something like that R. Is that in the middle of that R? Probably. Okay, perfect. Now we ship this one again. And we fit the screen. We go back to our text tool. We click the middle. We do a Control A. We call this Teneo, our author name. We grab it with our grabber tool. And we press Shift to center that baby. And look at that. That's velocity. That's what that is. That's velocity. That's what kills the competitors. Nobody can compete with you when you can publish books this fast. It's a competitive advantage. Okay. I'm going to center this baby. We got Teneo. We got our book. Let's check it official. Like a referee with a whistle. That looks nice. You know, that's going to bleed over. I don't mind it. What we can also do is try what happens here. I don't know. That's distracting. If anything, what we could do is ship a different color. Maybe a lighter or a darker. A lighter or a darker. A lighter or a darker. I think we need a darker, actually. Cancel, dude. Chill. You don't need to rasterize it, I'm telling you. Okay, nope, yeah, darker. That's what I was thinking, too. A lighter or a darker, brother. See, that's nice, too, but you know what happens without it? Minimal. Keep it minimal. And then it's got a nice gradient. Our barcode is going to go right in there in the middle. And all we got to do here now is just do a little quick savey asy. And what are we doing? The velocity kills. Ship into there. Let's call it velocity kills, but let's call this the PDF. Paperback, actually. And save it. That's done. Easy. How long did that take? 4 minutes? 5 minutes? Save the PDF. And look at that. And that looks nice. Doesn't that look nice? I mean, would you know that it wasn't a team? That just some dude in his basement just shipped this together? Let's go. One more save as, just in case we got to come back. We find an error later and we need to edit this file. We're going to want to save that Photoshop file. Did you see? Let's just do one more quick look at the size of this book that was generated in 10 minutes. Bah! What? This thing is thick, dude. You could smash a mouse with this book. It's massive. Close that out. RGPT, thank you, you did your job. Close you out. No, I will never find you again with all my windows. Okay, we don't need this anymore. Don't get tricked by Launch Cover Creator. Upload your cover. It's the one that says paperback. Just going through the motions, baby. What time did we start? 11? We wanted to do noon. I wanted to be done by noon. We had a couple hiccups. But we're about basically 2 books in 1 hour. I'm going to try to end this stream as soon as possible. Get this stream done with. Connected. Why are you doing this, OBS? You monster. So we just published 2 books in 1 hour. We had a couple of hiccups along the way, but it's finesse. OBS crapped out on me. Let me come back. Chat. So we just get rid of here. We just shipped our hardcover, edited it in Photoshop. Yeah, extensive editing because Teneo's an editor, dude. It's such an editor, so it edits for us. It's an edit in the code. No images. Launch the previewer. Let's step back and look at the size of this book. Was it 561 pages? Are you kidding me? 561 pages. How many humans would it take to write that, to edit it, to wonder about it, to plan it, to research it? It's so many. And the AI, how long did it take the AI? We could look. What was it? Velocity kills? How long did it take the AI to write that 560-page book? Carnivore Diet. Here's some examples of books you can write. Never again, dude. The Carnivore Diet for CrossFit Athletes. I mean, talk about smashing a niche. Beyond 0 point, brother. Authority in 45. The 90-day niche. Nah. Which was our book that we're doing. Velocity kills competitors. 16 minutes. I wonder why it took longer. Because the chapters themselves were bigger. 16 minutes for 500 pages. That would have took Schumann, and Schumann could have never done it, dude. They don't have the funding for that. That takes a lifetime. You got to research. You need to have an editor. You need to have this. The code does it. The AI does it. The code does it. The AI makes the connections. The Teneo platform structures the book in a beautiful way so that it's coherent. And then it comes out like this. Just comes out straight fire. This is where you check your lineup, dude. About the author. It's almost like a warning at the bottom that says, listen, this is Teneo. And the books get good reviews. Google rates the book top 4.5 stars. If you want to use the book as a draft too, you can use it as a draft, as a research draft, and then go through with an editor and still get the book done way faster, way cheaper than if you hired a ghostwriter. You know what's going to happen is the ghostwriters are going to start using these books and just selling these books to you basically, and then selling you an upsell in the editing. So you're going to pay that ghostwriter $500, and then they're going to buy the books for $10 or for $49 on Teneo, or just get the unlimited subscription, and they can generate unlimited books, 90 books a month if they want. And I mean, can you imagine? So 561 books did cost us $7, but nobody's going to be surprised when they order a $19 book and it comes and it's this thick. 19, dude. Minimum is 19. What? That's crazy. That's because we did the expanded distribution. Look at our royalty on that. Nothing. Wild. Experiment with it, because right now, for a limited time, possibly I changed this, but right now it costs just as much money to make a... Right now I might change this, but it costs just as much money to make a 500-page book as it does to make a 50-page book. I don't know. Maybe I'm not pricing this efficiently currently, but just get in there. The book generator itself is, let me start this over. The book generator itself is the fastest and the cheapest book generator on the market. Other book generators for 30,000 words, which is not even a very big book, take 1 hour to make and cost you $100. Teneo, starting price $49, and you can write 70,000 words in 10 minutes. The value of this book generator is insane. You just watched me publish 2 books from the generator with some formatting and Atticus and covers in 1 hour. It's 2 books in 1 hour. Here they are up on Amazon. This is the one I published yesterday live. If you guys want to look at that video, these books I published today live. They're going in review. The one yesterday is live. And then we can just, I'll probably run some ads to these to try to put them in front of some KDP people. You can analyze the books with Google. Google gives the books 4.5 stars, says that Kindle creators will rate the books 4.3 to 4.8 stars. I show those results in my video yesterday. This book is 561 pages, which is ridiculous. This book is the last 200 pages, normal. But you can do anything from 20,000 words to 200,000 words. Just click of a button. The book's done in 10 minutes. So go over to Teneo. Let's get back to this ticker. What can I say? The books are super high quality. You can generate them super fast, which allows you to test a lot of different niches and create whole publishing companies around a niche. You used to have to wait for months and months and pay thousands of dollars for a single book, and now you can get that same quality book, and a lot of times higher quality with better connections and better writing, for $49. Or the unlimited plan, you can generate 90 books a month. You can sell those books as one-offs. You can sell them to coaches. You can publish your own companies on Amazon. You can publish 3 books a day. You can make 3 companies. I'm working on a brand generator right now, which will give you viral brands in different niches that are aligned with your passions, and then book examples that are going to be hits, going to be bestsellers, have good possibilities, are things that the trends dictate are going to be popular, that people want to buy, that solve problems for people. So the books have high value, and then you can publish them quickly and in massive quantities. So we have now unlocked the ability to publish a lot of books of super high quality on niches that were previously inaccessible. So the time is now. It's never been easier to publish books on Amazon, and to make your own book publishing companies, and to make your own lead magnets, and to establish your authority in a niche. You can write in your voice or influencers' voices. I just did a book on Carl Sagan in his voice about the flat earth, which is kind of exciting to see, like, what would Carl Sagan say about the idea that the earth is flat. So you can kind of use the book generator to tap into different ideas, different kinds of knowledge. The possibilities are endless. I can't wait to see how you guys use this system. So it's ready. Go to Teneo.io, grab that book generator. Enjoy yourself. Thanks for watching. If you guys got any questions, leave them in the comments. I think that does it for me. What do we got? We're on about an hour and 15 minutes. I know I gotta fix this. I'm gonna do some fixing with Claude Code. Let me know if you guys want me to run through some of like how I'm programming this book generator and how much better programming the coding has gotten, how to build websites with code, and how to build anything. Like, it's really insane what you're able to do and what you're able to accomplish. But so here natural language is just fixing the issues that I'm having with these programs. So I just took the F12, the console logs from the problems that I was having, and I just copied it over into Claude Code. And then I'm just going to tell him to follow the deployment docs. Deploy it right to production, baby, because I don't even want to test it. But yeah, you guys can go over to bookcovergenerator.ai. This is a program I made specifically for generating great covers. I'm still working all the bugs out, so thank you for your patience. If you want to go to Teneo.io, and that is where you can join the collective. I got a school group. We're in there. These are some high quality publishers. They know what they're doing. Come in here and ask questions. This is the community. We're publishing exclusive knowledge. We're having weekly meetings in here. So if you guys want to go in there and wonder and figure out how to get this passive income flowing, how to bring new knowledge to the world that the world needs, that's what we're looking for. So we can do a thing on ads. We got an expert in here called Dan. His name's Dan, and he is an expert on the ads. Ravina is the best A+ content person that I've ever seen. She generates some fire. So we just want to put this book generator in the hands of the people and see how you guys use it, what you guys come up with. I cannot wait. how it works, go in here, explore this site a little bit. I'm gonna start to let's see, in the staging version of this I have a ton of stuff coming, but if you want to go look at how this works and wonder about it, and you can see the complete prompting guide, you can see my story in here and how I built it, you can see all kinds of stuff's coming. We got the brand generator. I'm working on 3 different versions of the brand generator right now to test out the best one, and also to get that thing up and running and in your guys' hands so that you guys can come up with brands, and from that brand, the brand that you pick and choose and that aligns with you and the trends and is going to be viral hit, has the possibility to be massive. It's going to generate books for you. All the books will be copywritten titles, so they'll be captivating and compelling and aligned with trends, and like stuff people are going to want to read. And you're going to find the books interesting. So then you just send those right over to Teneo. Teneo generates them. Right now you got to put them in Atticus, but soon we're going to get finalization steps done, so those master pages are done right in Teneo. The whole process is in Teneo. I mean, I can even pull over this book cover generator too and pull this into Teneo so that it's generating your covers. I mean, just get a hold of the vision, okay? We got the brand. Generates your brand, alignment with you and your passions. And then let's do the ticker. Let's do the ticker screen, and let's try to go through the vision. Okay. You go to Teneo.io. You generate your brand. The brand isn't aligned with your passions and interests. Okay. It's also synced up with the current trends and what people are looking for. It's also in a blue ocean, something that only the AI book generator can write about. Only the connections that it can make. So then you get a list of books from that brand that you can publish using the AI book generator. The book generator generates these books that are compelling, that are aligned with trends, that are on brand with the brand voice. So now you have your brand, which has unlimited amount of books for cheap and easy and quick. Those books come out of the generator ready to publish. Right now we have to format them, but soon they will be ready to publish. You'll also be able to evaluate those books inside the generator. You'll be able to rewrite the sections so that we can perfect those books, either based on the evaluation or based on your own feedback or your editor's feedback as you read the books. And then you can go over and generate a cover. Those books are going to come out ready to publish. I mean, we're moving into a new era with the AI. I'm excited to see what you guys make. So thanks for sticking around. It's been real. Let's build some book companies that change the world. Thank you. I'm Travis Eric. I'm the programmer, the founder of Teneo, and I can't wait to see what you create. Thank you.